It was the year 1985. I lived in Johannesburg, South Africa, in a small terrace house with my son Dustin, who was just 8 months old. Beauty worked for me as my domestic helper, and she too lived on the property with her baby Rosemary, who was a few months younger than Dustin. Every evening we sat together and fed our babies. One evening there was a knock on the door. It was a policeman, with two other policemen standing behind him. My neighbors had reported me to the police for allowing a black-skinned child to reside in my house. I was compelled to allow the police into my home to search my property. Yes, I agreed. Rosemary lived on my premises. The police informed me domestic servants were allowed to live on the property, but not the children of domestic servants. I was contravening Section 5, Act 25 of the Native Urban Act of 1945 and was told that Rosemary would have to go. Go where? I asked over and over again. Where should she go? She's with her mother. This was not logical for me. It was not an option. After a while, one of the policemen advised me I could apply for permission from the government to allow Rosemary to stay. Permission was granted. It would cost me the equivalent of 10 cents for this license, and I would need to apply for permission every 3 months. Beauty and I went back to raising our children. After that, I always felt uneasy when I encountered my neighbors and always wondered who had objected to having a black child living next door to them. Dustin and Rosemary were 9 years old when the first multiracial democratic elections were held in South Africa. The elections were won by the African National Congress under the leadership of Nelson Mandela. I quote President Nelson Mandela from his inauguration speech he gave on May the 10th, 1994. Out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long, must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud.